Hey everybody, welcome to the Recoup. I'm Cooper Daniels and I'm a guy that knows a little about a lot. And today I'm talking about Algorand Governance and all the ways you can maximize your rewards. The deadline's coming up soon, folks, so let's get into it. First off, how's everybody doing? Everybody okay? It's a bear market. NASDAQ is at its lowest in 2 years. It's all happening, folks. It's okay. That's why you need to focus on how do you get a return. And before I dive into Algorand Governance, I want to say one thing. This video seems like an appropriate time for me to lead with, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I see and what the opportunity is and, basically just how I see it and how I may or may not be participating, okay? All right, folks. So I am participating, obviously. Algorand Governance, all right? We're in governance period 5. So there have been 4 previous governance periods. Each one lasts for a full quarter. What is it? Well, what you do is you commit algos to governance and you earn rewards. But you have to maintain whatever you commit in your wallet at the beginning during the sign-up period. So right now is the sign-up period. Sign-ups close this Friday, okay? This Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, all right? You do the calculations for wherever you are. But this Friday, which I don't even know what day this Friday is. Let me look. This Friday, October 14th, before noon Eastern time, okay? So you have to sign up before then. Let's say you commit 1,000 algo to governance. You put 1,001 algo in a wallet. You commit 1,000, okay? And then what you have to do is you have to maintain 1,000 in that wallet. If you dip below it, you do not get any rewards. There's no slashing. There's no penalty for dipping below or pulling out. You just lose access to the rewards at the end of the quarter. Another thing you must do is you must vote on proposals. Last period, we had 2 votes. And it's very easy, folks. If you're long on Algorand, you must be participating in this because guess what? If you're just holding algo, participation rewards are gone. You're being inflated. So make sure you participate, especially if you're bullish long-term on algo and you hold a bunch. Participate in governance. There's different ways for you to do it, and that's what I'm here to help you figure out what is your best decision, all right? Last period, we voted to incentivize DeFi. So this is the way it works. 63.5 million algos will be distributed to all governors, no matter where they commit, okay? Either at Algorand Foundation, through the official governance page on the Algorand Foundation website, or Folks Finance, a DeFi protocol, or Algofi, another DeFi protocol, or Gard, another DeFi protocol. You can commit to governance through all of those options. 63.5 million algo will be distributed to all of those governors. And you have an opportunity to get boosted rewards by participating in DeFi, all right? And there's 2 different ways, real quick. So just by signing up for governance through Folks Finance, Algofi, or Gard, you get a piece of that boosted 7 million algo DeFi boost. How do you do that? Well, you do not commit through the Algorand Foundation. You commit through either Folks Finance, Algofi, or Gard. I'll break down the different ways and the different benefits of each of those, but that's just base level. You commit through them, not through the foundation. Or, new to this period, you can also commit LP tokens. So they're trying to increase TVL in the Algorand DeFi. They're trying to increase the depth of the liquidity in some of these swaps. So the rules for the LP tokens are the pair has to include algo and the pool must have had 10,000 plus algo worth of liquidity before August 15th. So make sure that you're committing eligible tokens. I'm not even sure. I don't even know if the foundation portal, I don't even know if the governance portal will accept your tokens if they're not eligible, but be careful. Look, most algo paired pools are eligible, especially the higher, the bigger ones like Algo USDC or, or the most popular ASAs or USDT or whatever. So you can commit those tokens and also participate in that 7 million boosted reward, okay? So you either sign up with governance through a DeFi protocol or you commit LP tokens to the official Algorand governance page. Those are your two options right now. So let's dive into, the most popular one, which is going to be committing through these money markets on Algorand, right? So the first one up is Folks Finance. It's a money market, and that is liquid governance. All right. So what does that mean? That means, let's say you have 5,000 algo, you want to commit to governance. Well, you're going to commit to it on Folks Finance. You're going to commit to governance through Folks Finance, and they are going to hold your 5,000, and they're going to mint you 5,000 G algo, a 1-to-1 pair, right? So now you have liquid governance. So you are participating in governance. You're getting your 8 to 10% APY plus the boosted reward. So who knows what it's going to fall at. And now you have G algo, and now you can participate. You can do different things in the Algorand ecosystem. There are pools for you to put your tokens into. You could put it into an algo, G algo swapping pool and earn yield. There are a bunch of other pools. There's G algo, goBTC, there's G algo, goETH, there's G algo, there's a couple of them, right? You could do all of that. You can buy NFTs with G algo, or you can swap G algo for algo and go have at it and do whatever you want to do with algo. On top of that, you can use your G algo on Folks Finance as collateral and borrow, right? You can borrow USDC, you can borrow algo, you can do whatever it is you want. You will always be ahead because your borrow rate, so let's say you use G algo as collateral and you borrow algo, right? Because you want to go into the algo USDC pool that has these wonderful rewards. And so, or a wonderful yield, right? Well, let's say your borrow rate for the algo is 5%. Well, you're going to be up probably about 5% because of the governance rewards. So it makes a lot of sense. Now, a couple of things for you. Oh, another cool benefit of Folks Finance is that you can claim your governance rewards early. So let's say you put in 5,000 and it calculates that you're going to get 125 algo at the end of the period. Well, you can pull it out now and you can get it. Now you have it. You're liquid. You don't have to worry about it. Now, why does that make sense for Folks Finance? Well, because once the governance period sign up is over, then the APY only goes up throughout the quarter, because when people pull out, the APY goes up because the less governors, the more return there's going to be, right? So it makes sense because if you claim early, then they're earning, whatever that difference is in APY because you pulled out early. Pulled out early, folks. So yeah, you can do that. And then another cool thing about Folks Finance is that if you don't vote, you don't lose your rewards. It doesn't matter. You don't have to vote. You can vote using Folks Finance. They will take into account your vote when they provide the foundation with their total votes or whatever. They will do that, but if you don't vote, you don't lose your rewards. Like every other single protocol, you will lose your rewards unless you vote. So Folks Finance is a fantastic option. Now, you can provide liquidity in the G algo pool and then use the G algo LP tokens back on Folks Finance as collateral to borrow more. You can go crazy. Be careful. Do not get liquidated, okay? And that's, but that's fine. And something you do want to look out for when on Folks Finance, you might be like, oh, I'll just swap G algo for algo and I'm golden. Like, this is the easiest thing in the world. Well, a lot of people are going to have that idea, especially early on in the period. So in those first few weeks, the exchanges on, Pact or Tinyman or wherever there's G algo pools is probably not going to be favorable towards G algo. Okay. So you're probably going to be like, oh, here's 1,000. I want to swap 1,000 G algo for 1,000 algo. And you might be like, what? I'm only getting 960 algo. I'm taking a 40 algo hit. I don't want to do that. That's eating into my rewards. So, plan accordingly. With governance, another fantastic option is Algofi. Algofi has been going strong for a while in the Algorand ecosystem. They have just launched V2. V2 has full ledger support, so you can commit to governance through the Algofi V2 with your ledger. Then that's pretty fantastic. And they've made some other changes to the protocol to where I believe it's supposed to be more efficient. So that the way that works is you use the Algofi vaults. You commit into one of these vaults with the possibility of using your ledger, and that's it. Then you can use your V algo, your vaulted algo, as collateral in the Algofi money market. So now you use your governance stake to borrow algo, goBTC, USDC, USDT, whatever it is you want, and then you go participate in governance or buy NFTs, flip NFTs, whatever it is that suits your fancy. You can do that, right? Suit your fancy, folks. And so, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Algofi has been secure and great from the beginning, and you can do that. You can definitely use Algofi. Their interface is very easy to use. It's very intuitive. So I think I have high confidence you can navigate it. You would go to the vaults section, the Algorand Governance vaults, and then that's it, right? And then you'll earn the boosted rewards and the regular rewards by using it. Now, another protocol you can use is Gard. Gard protocol. All right. Now, Gard's a little different than both of these, right? They are also V2 for the first time this governance period, and that's supposed to be a more seamless experience and more efficient, yada, 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 yada. What you do on Gard is that you commit to governance with your algo like all of the other ones, right? And then you can use your committed stake, like all of them, and you can borrow Gard. Gard is an over-collateralized algorithmic stablecoin, okay? So what you do is you use your algo to borrow Gard, and now you have Gard, and then you can stake Gard on in their app, and currently right now, Gard is yielding 76%. It's insane. That's insane. Now that's going down. It has to go down. It's a stable coin. 76% on a stable coin is 76% on a stable coin is outrageous. Now you might be like, well, we all know what happens to algorithmic stable coins, and with, disgusting out of control yield that is unsustainable. Yes, we understand. I understand. Now, I don't want to speak for Gard, but I do know that it is over collateralized. And also they have a lot of incentives, boosts. They're trying to get you to come over from Algofi or folks to try out their protocol. So they're boosting that staking reward. So if not a ton of people participate, that yield is going to stay high, or at least high-ish. All right. So it's really simple. You commit your algo just like all of the other ones, and then you use your algo as collateral to borrow Gard, and then you stake your Gard. There's also other things that they're working on, more utility for Gard. Also, if you participate, you're going to earn Guardian token, which is a governance token that you can stake on Yieldly right now for a very, very, very high APY. So there is some cool stuff that they're gamifying over there, and it presents a lot of cool options. All right. Now, look, they present a unique risk, because on Folks Finance with G-Algo, you have zero liquidation risk, right? Now, once you start using G-Algo as collateral to borrow, now if you borrow Algo, your liquidation risk is very low. The only way you would get liquidated by borrowing Algo on G-Algo, because G-Algo, no matter what it's trading at on all of the dexes, is always worth one Algo on the Folks Finance website, right? Or app. So you really don't have to worry about liquidation. Of course, if you borrow the max and you never pay any of the algo back, and then the interest starts to build up to liquidation, I mean, you have to be careful about that, but that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to mess up. But, be on top of it, of course. Now, of course, if you use G-Algo to borrow USDC and Algo completely tanks, then you're at liquidation risk. And now that is the risk on Gard, because Gard is $1 and Algo is a fluctuating asset, right? So if Algo tanks and you've borrowed a bunch of Gard because you're like, I can get 70% or whatever it ends up being, 42% on a stable coin. This is insane. This is the coolest thing I've ever done. But then all of a sudden something bad comes out about Algo and it goes down to 20 cents and you are liquidated. And Gard also has a page for people to, when people are being liquidated, you can actually bid and get a discount on their assets and stuff like that. So there's different things you can do. Gard has a lot of cool stuff. It's a little more, you got to kind of navigate it a little bit. It's a little different, but I believe in you guys. You know what I mean? So those are the three options. Liquid governance on folks finance, vaults on Algofi where you use your vault as collateral and borrow on their platform, or Gard where you use your you commit to them and then you use that collateral to borrow Gard stablecoin and then earn staking rewards on your Gard, right? Or you can just do traditional Algorand governance, use your ledger and participate through the Algorand Foundation governance site. And that is also where you can commit your LP tokens in any eligible pool that has algo paired up with another asset, and the pool had 10,000 algos worth of liquidity before August 15th. There are a lot of pools that are eligible. If you're going to commit LP tokens for 3 months, you have to be aware of what kind of pool you're committing to for 3 months, because impermanent loss will happen when there are a bunch of fluctuating assets. Algo is it's been stable in this kind of 30 to 35 cent range. I mean, that's still, pretty big. That's over 10% variance. So it's still moving. And when when you pair it against USDC, that's a more stable experience. You can expect with all the boosted rewards and all of the transaction fees you'll earn over 3 months that it's going to work out probably in your favor, right? Definitely in your favor. But if you're like Algo and, Butts or something, that's going to be a very wild ride where you probably are only doing this because you're very committed to the project and you want them to have consistent liquidity and you believe in the, in the future of whatever that is. Of course, there's other ASAs, there's DeFi, Opal, Yieldly, whatever it is that you like, you can probably commit LP tokens to it. Why are they doing this, folks? Because they're trying to create deeper liquidity in Algorand DeFi. That's what we're doing. We're trying to grow this space. All right. Another thing you may realize is like, I'm going to do a looping strategy, right? I'm going to commit to the vaults on Algofi. I'm going to borrow a bunch of algo, and then I'm going to take that algo and I'm going to participate in governance on folks. And then I'm going to get the G algo. I'm going to swap the G algo to algo, and then I'm going to go to Gard. Or I'm going to pay back my Algofi loan. And now I have 2 governance positions in, 2 areas. Well, that very well might work. Now, the only issues are, like I said before, the G algo to algo swap may not be exactly 1-to-1. And another thing that you might run into is that because on Algofi, borrowing algo against your vaulted algo is going to be a very popular move because of the, there's no risk for liquidation really, other than if the interest exceeds, your max allowed. But a lot of people are going to be borrowing algo on Algofi, so that could spike the borrow rate, right? So let's say, oh no, I've just borrowed a ton of algo on Algofi and it's charging me 8% on that. And then I went to G-Algo, then I went to folks and I put that in, and now I'm stuck with this G-Algo that I can't swap 1-to-1. So you're taking a hit while you're waiting for this G-Algo swap to get better. You're taking a hit on like 8-9% algo over here, and you feel a little trapped. So be careful when you get into these things. Now, Algofi V2 is supposed to be more efficient, so I doubt that their rates are going to get that high. And it seems that in the past, they've used Algofi folks, everybody has used their Aeneas grant to kind of pad some of these outrageous borrow rates that can happen because everybody's doing it at the same time. So it's like you'll have an 8% borrow rate, but you'll be earning 4% in algo returns for borrowing. So net is only 4%. Now you still need to watch that, because if that 8% starts to pile up and get you closer to liquidation, you're going to need to be on top of it, claiming your rewards for the 4% and paying it back so you never get liquidated. Does that make sense? So, look, do what you're comfortable with. I'm sure there are a bunch of looping strategies that you can do that are going to be very successful. All right, everybody. And if you use your Para wallet, you get these Algorand NFTs. You get the governance NFTs. They're pretty cool. And there's different stages. So if you sign up to governance, I have one from every single governance period because I've been a governor the entire time since the beginning. I'm sure a lot of you know that because I've been talking about it for a while. All right, everybody. Hey, If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, hello, governor. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. And as always, do your homework.